everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. Before we go any further, I'd just like to say a huge thank you for those who've really supported me on the Aussie Goddess channel, and also for just to say thank you for supporting my new channel at for the life coaching. So if you don't know, I've recently started up a new channel on life coaching. All the details are below. I did an intro video which has been posted on the Aussie Goddess, and you can go there. The link for the YouTube channel for the coaching is underneath. And I'm starting to use that channel to do talks on certain things, and it's been something I've done on and off for people along the way with the lives, but I want to get more intense and offer you some information, I guess, around some of the aspects you've been talking about. So I'm going to try and do one a week. I haven't got one ready yet, so I'll be doing that this week at some stage or another, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so this reading, I've already done that for Cancer. I've pulled them out again. Okay. This is for Gemini. I've done that before. That's why I always keep a list here, because I actually pulled them out again before and done another reading and then realised I've already done a reading. All right, so I have the Greenwich Tarot to do your reading. This reading will be for Sun, Moon, Rising or Ascendant, and Venus, and for the Crosswatcher. Or anything you need to know about me will be under the video, including the link to the new channel. So, all right. All right, ready to go. We have the Death card coming straight out. It's called the Lord of the Shadows in this card. The Death card is a card that talks about change. Sometimes it can be really deep change, changing something about yourself, changing something about the way you are. But it can also be about letting things go, letting things die, understanding how to release. I feel like some of you may be releasing a water sign here, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But there's definitely a release of something. Could be the release of thinking about things a certain way. I think you're letting someone go because you've lost interest here. I think you're either feeling that you can't invest anymore in this person, so you're letting them go for that reason. Okay. You could have had an offer come in from someone new here. We have the Magician coming through and the Knight of Cups. I feel like you're letting someone go to start a relationship with someone new. We do have the World here, so you're completing a cycle. So very strong feeling here that you're letting go of something. You're allowing something to die off. I feel that you've become bored with this person or this situation, dissatisfied. But I also feel that it's time for you to move on, and I feel like you've manifested some new love coming in here. You may have already moved on to new love because you look like you've finalized or completed a cycle here. So you may have already started to think about moving on to the next person. All right, let's have a look what's going on. Okay, so I have the Nine of Wands, rightio. So it could be that you've been cycling with the sort of similar or same people in your life. Sometimes the Nine of Wands talks of a wounded warrior, a person who keeps sort of cycling, poor boundaries, not really understanding how to have healthy boundaries. It's very often a card that sort of reminds me of coming out of one toxic relationship and moving into the next one. So very much this energy of cycling something here. And I feel like you may have left a relationship because you may have felt that you were cycling. You may have got the same person again with a different face. So it looks like you're moving on here. Oh, that's just... Okay. All right, so we have a Knight of Wands coming through here. There's some sort of... Let's see, Three of Swords. Okay. I feel like you're moving on to someone new. I feel like either someone's broken your heart or you're very dissatisfied with the way they've been treating you. It could be that they've been treating you less than what you deserve here. But they've certainly caused some hurt or pain with this Three of Swords. I feel like for some of you, there may have been someone else or some sort of interference in your relationship here. You could have had, there could have been a third party here and you've moved away. You may have caught a person out on that. I feel like you're moving on to a new relationship or new situation here. But you're certainly leaving something behind here that has hurt, broken your heart. All right, yep, left you out in the cold. So this person could have been a little bit non-committal. They could have certainly felt, you could have certainly felt like they weren't really investing in the relationship here. It feels to me like you were feeling a little poorly treated, but perhaps a little, this person was very inattentive, you know, not writing enough texts, perhaps not keeping enough, perhaps letting you down on dates. But there's something about this person that they weren't investing because you've gone round and round within this relationship being hurt. And now you've realized you can't stay there any longer with the Four of Cups. You're refusing the cup, moving on. And I see the Three of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles, which is all very, very fickle energy. It's very sad energy. It's about feeling like you've been left, ripped off, spiritually left out in the cold. Whoever this person is, could be a Leo, Sag, or Aries. I feel very strongly here. Yeah, Six of Wands. You're having like a victory walking away from them. So it's like you're feeling good about leaving them behind because they were not giving you what you wanted. This person's a Knight of Wands. They're coming up as someone who wasn't very good at committing, who may have had trouble settling into a relationship. So I feel very strongly that this person wasn't serious about you at all, but instead of both of you deciding that the relationship was going nowhere, it's almost like you just kept persevering with something that was really sad or miserable or unhappy. All right, so we have the Harvest card coming through here. Now, the Harvest card is the card of judgment, and we do have the King of Swords. Somebody's definitely making some sort of judgment here to cut somebody out. Somebody's making a decision that they want to start again, and they're cutting the past. They're releasing somebody. Could be releasing a fire sign or an air sign here. Very strong fire energy, though. Very strong Leo, Sag, Aries, but also Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And this could be your energy too, being a Gemini. Could be you who's pulling out the sword and deciding that you don't want this in your life anymore. They're not really swords. They're knives. So I guess that's what they are. I feel like it's like you've got as much, it's like you've taken as much as you could from this situation. It's like you've just got to the end of your tether here. Okay, Queen of Swords coming out here, divorce. So you've got a divorced couple here. So I feel really strongly this could have been a marriage and you've been moving towards divorce. You could have been married to a narcissistic person or someone with very narcissistic tendencies here. I feel like they've been very focused on their own needs and not so much on yours. That's the energy I get off all of the cards here. Like you've been with someone who is very distant, maybe cold. But then again, I mean, it could have been that the relationship wasn't really working out and that you've really exhausted each other. But it does look like a marriage here. Looks like a divorce situation. All right, so we have the Five of Wands coming through. So I feel strongly here that you may have been with this person for quite a long time. The Five of Wands makes me feel like you've been sort of contemplating the idea of walking away from this for a very long time. And it looks like you're just about to do just that, definitely. All right, and the last card here is the Standing Stone, which is the card of justice. Definitely divorce here. So I feel like for some of you, this was marriage. It may have been a long-term relationship. But there's definitely a severing of ties and a splitting of goods, splitting of resources here. A need to start again, a need to walk away from something to renew. But I feel like some of you are already moving towards another situation here. So I have the Death card coming through. So you may be dealing with a Scorpio too. The Four of Cups. Something here has just become too much, and I think you've allowed some sort of death to occur, some sort of finality, finish. I do see somebody racing in here though to give you an offer. There's the Magician is coming up here. I feel like a love offer is coming in for you, and I don't think you've completed the cycle within this relationship or marriage yet. So it's sort of like you're not quite completed. I see someone being very much or feeling very much like they've been neglected in this situation. I feel like somebody hasn't had the commitment, somebody hasn't been interested in putting in the energy, and you look to me like you're walking away from somebody. Someone's been left out in the cold with a broken heart and constant just wounding. Very much this feeling of somebody slowly sort of breaking down your defenses here. And there's a victory, and there's sort of like some sort of judgment that's going to take place. And I feel this is a divorce here with the King and Queen of Swords, definitely. But for me, this feels like this has been going on a very long time. But there is justice here. So I do think that this is definitely a severing of ties, a severing of a relationship. Been a bit of that today. It's been quite a sort of interesting, I might use this here, a very interesting readings today, because there's been a lot of sort of severing ties, moving on, you know, realizing that you're sort of stuck in something that's not really giving you what you want, or you don't feel loved. Okay, so we have Ool coming out, which is the card of focus. Aren't they beautiful cards? Look at that. Okay, this is about clear-mindedness and a focused intent are necessary for success right now. Stamina for long-term projects is required. In the blanket of white that is the snowfield waits a figure with a bow. Camouflaged against his enemies, he hardly moves, and when he does, it is with deliberate grace and surety. The clear-eyed gaze is sure and runs along the straightness of the arrow. The tip duly glows against the flush of the fingers, holding it steady. Without ado, with complete ease, the bow is released. A hiss of energy and then a dull thump of the arrow impacting deep into its target. Then and only then does the bowman breathe out. Only then does he become more leather-clad deity than snowman, and rising up to his full height, we see Ool, Norse god of marksmen. Ool is a very old deity whose path seems to cross both Germanic and Scandinavian peoples. Being a great marksman could mean the difference between eating and an empty belly, fighting and winning, or fighting and dying. So Ool was an important god to have on your side. Should you be going out to hunt, to trap, or to chase and travel distances in a harsh environment, you would call upon Ool for the focus required for success. It was Ool who invented skiing and snowshoeing, and he is seen in ancient artworks with primitive-looking sleds and skis. Today, Ool is a popular god of skiing, and some modern Nordic Olympians have been seen to wear symbols of Ool on their kit and equipment. It's certainly worth saying a few prayers to him next time you wish to tackle a harder than usual ski run. Ool can be called upon when you need more focus and clarity in your life. No matter how harsh the terrain, Ool can get you through where you wish to be. He can assist you with the stamina you need to complete a task when all around you there are distractions. So this is very possibly where you're at the moment. It may be that you're trying to leave this situation, and you may require a little bit more focus, a little bit more intent. And it may be, especially with this Nine of Wands here, that you're swaying every now and again and maybe sort of giving up or giving in. But this is definitely about staying focused, eye on the prize, and following that arrow. Thank you.